homosexuality is an abomination, Mr. President? The Bible does.
Yes, it does. Leviticus
18:22.
chapter and verse. I wanted to ask you a couple of questions while I had you here. I'm interested in selling my youngest daughter if slavery is sanctioned in Exodus 21:7. She's a Georgetown sophomore, speaks fluent Italian, always cleared the table when it was her turn. What would a good price for her be? While thinking about that, can I ask another? My chief of staff, Leo McGarry, insists on working on the Sabbath. Exodus 35:2 clearly says he should be put to death. Am I morally obligated to kill him myself, or is it okay to call the police? Here's one that's really important, because we've got a lot of sports fans in this town. Touching the skin of a dead pig makes one unclean, Leviticus 11:7. If they promise to wear gloves, can the Washington Redskins still play football? Can Notre Dame? Can West Point? Does the whole town really have to be together to stone my brother John for planting different crops side by side? Can I burn my mother in a small family gathering for wearing garments made from two different threads? Think about those questions, would you?
Isn't it just interesting how people like to look at my videos and then they'll respond, oh, you just cherry picking, you just cherry picking. When every culture has cherry picked what they deem necessary based on their political views and their cultural mores as to what they want to believe in the Bible and what they don't. They will pick and choose the different parts of the Old Testament that fits their political agenda, but yet they won't choose the rest of it. They'll even do so with the New Testament. You see, they'll say that homosexuality is an immorality, and they'll take that out of the Old Testament, Leviticus. But what they won't do is take Romans, where Romans says that if a person is participating in sexual immoralities, you're supposed to deliver their bodies over to Satan, meaning you're supposed to kill them. And then you do that so that their soul can rise up into heaven. But yet they'll also ignore those parts of the Bible that says that if a young girl is violated by a man and she's not betrothed to another man, that the violator can pay 50 pieces of silver, and then the young girl has to marry her assailant. I don't know if you guys remember the video that I did, or if you find me for the first time, where a Christian young man actually said that he would force his daughter to do that if that was the case. Also, they'll ignore the fact that it says that if a husband suspects that his wife has cheated on him and is pregnant with another man's baby, that they can mix up a secret elixir, and if she has a miscarriage, then she is at fault. But if she does not have a miscarriage, then the baby is certainly the husband's. I like to see that part done today. No, you know you wouldn't have it, not even slightly. You wouldn't even deal with that kind of thing. And your Bible also in the Old Testament and New Testament said that it is okay to have slaves. Would you agree to that? Especially if you were the slave? Would you? No, of course you wouldn't. You like to pick and choose what parts of the Bible that fits the culture of today. And those are the parts that you say is valid by your God. But you say that your God hasn't changed. Because I know there's somebody right there in their mind, they're saying that, oh, well, Jesus, changed all that. But Jesus said he came to fulfill the law, not to change it. He came not to take out one tittle from it. That all the laws and all the commandments you're supposed to still follow. Do you still follow those things? Or do you not? Because if you don't follow all the aspects of the Bible, all the commandments, then you are a hypocrite. And to try to take your Bible and to put it on the lives of people who don't believe in your Bible, that's worse. That's being a master and an oppressor. And Christians like to claim that they're being persecuted all the time. But who's really doing the persecution? Sounds like the Christians are. So y'all have a great day. And remember always, you got to free yourself to be yourself, because your greatness is non-negotiable. Good journey, good vibration.